That's the biggest thing for me. I just don't understand why Cowley's not making any changes. And I think people who are calling for his head and saying he doesn't know what he's doing, you can kind of understand why. Because here we go, episode 16 of Eat My Goal. Eat My Goal. This is the podcast that you want to be listening to for all your Pompey news. We've got a slightly different approach this week. We're going to do 2 episodes a week from here on in. The first one, this being the first of the 2, is going to be all about Portsmouth, past and present. And the other one is going to be just other stuff related to football. The second one each week, which will include a quiz, which will include our all-time Premier League 11s.
Why change a winning format, Mike?
Well, because it is a winning format, but then people can get it in bite size, can't they? They can, if you just want to have a little nibble at your Pompey content, then you can do. But if you want to have a nibble at your Premier League World Cup / content, or just listening to the quiz, you can do that too. It gives everyone the options, doesn't it?
That's it. Yeah. It gives them more and different ways not to listen.
There goes my glasses. Genuinely just spat that out over my glasses. Nice. All right. So
we're going to don't do that. Don't lean back. Don't lean back. Don't do that. Look at that. Don't do that. Do not do that.
That's terrible.
I realised I was podcasting with Harry Hill this evening.
All right, so here we go. We're going to talk about Portsmouth in this in this episode, which is going to be a short one because they didn't play this week. Their game against Accrington Stanley was called off. Firstly, on the Portsmouth front, did you manage to get any tickets today? Because the Tottenham's tickets went on sale today.
No, but I've seen that it's a bit of a farce, isn't it? Apparently you can't get 2 next to each other.
So, it seems that way.
Seems that way. I haven't seen anyone say that they can so far. So.
Yeah, well, Portsmouth have recently put out a thing saying that it's now been sorted and and you can now buy on behalf of other people. But yeah, a lot of people are saying it's been a bit of a cock up, hasn't it?
Yeah, surprising.
Yeah, normally it's so smooth. But yeah, I looking at my loyalty points, I think. Well, actually, here's a question: what I don't get is why do people with 10 loyalty points get the choice of tickets before season ticket holders? Surely that should be the other way around, shouldn't it?
You would have thought so. I mean, I had a look at my loyalty points, and the only thing I could get was a loaf of bread.
Oh, very good. Yeah,
loaf of bread.
I'm certainly way down on the loyalty points front, unfortunately. But I just couldn't understand. Why you'd think they would be the most loyal, surely, season ticket holders.
You think so? Yeah, I did see quite a few people that went to the MK Dons game. Did you see them piping up all over Facebook and Twitter? We should get 3rd round tickets because we went to the MK Dons game and there was loads of season ticket holders going, well, we have got season ticket holders and we have been going for about 50 years. Do you mind if I get a ticket before you?
Yeah, is that right? Just because you happen to go to that one game. I don't really understand, but maybe we will, maybe we won't. I think the 8,800 will probably be sold out before going on general sale. And even then, So that could well mean that our best chance of going to a nice stadium this season could well be in the EFL trophy, of which Portsmouth are playing Stevenage tomorrow night. Do we care about that trophy, the Papa Johns?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, you've got to care about the ones that you got a chance of winning, haven't you?
Yeah, I guess so. Or at least get a Wembley trip. We obviously robbed of it against Salford. Not the trophy, the chance of going to Wembley. I think Salford were actually the better team on the day.
Oh, yeah. Let's not bring that up. That was a poor performance, wasn't it?
That was horrendous. Yeah. That was horrendous. Okay, so what do you think about Stevenage home? Should win that, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
It's a cup game. We win cup games.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, cup games. Yeah. What's it? You going to read out some stats for me?
What about Stevenage? Well, do you know what? We've been playing Stevenage since 2010 was the first time we played Stevenage. Way back. In the 11 games since, who do you reckon has won more?
11 games. I reckon it's equal. I reckon it's going to be equal. It's going to be 3 games each and 5 draws.
Okay.
Is that 11? Yeah, it's 11.
It is 11. Yeah. I need to work that out. It's actually 5-4 in Stevenage's favour.
Oh.
But I'm not sure whether they're counting. They are counting because one of Portsmouth's wins was a 3-3 win in the League Cup, and they're counting that as a win. So actually, I suppose realistically, it's actually 5-3 in their favour with 3 draws.
Right.
Quite surprising, really. Most of them in League Two, a couple in League One, but it's strangely negative outcome against a pretty up side.
And where are they? Where are they? League wise?
That's a very good question. Where are they? I think they're League Two, aren't they? Stevenage. Yeah, probably. So Stevenage are in fact they're League One.
Oh, okay.
They're League One. I should have known that because I have the League One table up in front of me. And I
should have known that as a Pompey podcast. We should have known that.
They are currently not in League One at all. They're not in League One. We haven't
played them this season, have we? No. If anyone out there has got any knowledge on League One and League Two, send in. I don't know, stamped address envelope to PO Box.
PO Box. Eat My Goal.
Yeah, tell us where Stevenage is.
Yeah, they are in League Two. Manager Steve Evans.
Steve Evans, yeah.
Steve Evans, yes.
That's that great big fat thing, isn't it? Steve Evans, is that the thing? Yeah, isn't it?
I think he's quite chubby. Yeah, I think so.
No. This guy isn't chubby. Steve, am I thinking of someone else? Hold on.
I think so. I'm looking at him now. He doesn't look that.
Yeah,
He doesn't
Who's that massive? Who's that massive one that you?
Oh no, he was.
Oh no, he is him. Yeah, no, that is him. Christ, he's lost loads of weight.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna. Yeah, you carry on talking. You feel.
Okay.
Phil, yeah.
So So I'm confident of a home win tomorrow. I think we will win. I think we'll take the points. We then play Milton Keynes Dons on Saturday. They are managerless at the moment, having sacked their manager after the weekend. We beat them 3-2 in the cup recently. 2 pens. Second pen was a bit dodge. I don't think we need to go through the head-to-head because obviously we did that at the time. But what's your thoughts on that one, then, Dan? We're without a win for a long, long time, aren't we?
That's the Steve Evans that I remember.
That's the Steve Evans. There he is.
Anyway, we'll leave him up for a little bit. We'll leave him up for a little bit.
Has he got a bit of a pace going there? Has he got a sprint on, or is he just?
Yeah, that was one of the playoff. I think that was after that. I can't remember who it was. Was it Rotherham? And no, I'm not sure who it was. But yeah, the player scored an absolute worldie in one of the playoffs finals, and that was him running down the wing and then almost collapsing. Anyway, sorry about that. That's right. Just
no, it was worth it.
Yeah,
for the podcast listeners, we needed what?
We needed to fill a bit this evening anyway, didn't we?
We did. But so for the listeners, the reason why we're laughing is that Dan has found a picture of a rotund Steve Evans, and it's appeared on his screen. And
I apologise for calling him a great big fat thing. So
it was a bit harsh.
Just in case he is listening.
That was harsh. What was the question? MK Dons. Yeah, we were talking about MK Dons. So they've been their manager. They're 23rd in the league. We're in a bad run of form ourselves. They're worse. Lost 3 out of the last 5, drawn the other 2. What's your prediction on this one? A nice performance.
I try not to predict now. No, I've done the nice performance. We got a semi-nice performance against Derby, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then I said just any sort of win against Wickham. No, I didn't. I said another nice performance.
Did you? I thought you said a win against Wickham.
It was a win at Wickham, but a good performance. And then Accrington was going to be.
Oh yes,
Just get a win. Just get a win. Doesn't matter how it. Yeah. So yeah. As I said last week, I think we just need to get points, don't we? Now we just need to get a win on the board, get back to winning ways, and try and get some sort of run going, because results went our way again. Ish at the weekend.
Kind of, yeah. Ipswich won, but apart from that, I think everybody else dropped points, didn't they?
Yeah,
but most other teams.
We just don't seem to be getting. We just building up these games in hand, aren't we? Again, what have we got now? 3 or 4 games.
Well, two on some, 3 on most.
Yeah.
If we win our games in hand, we'll go up 5th.
See, that's shit, isn't it? From 7th, what, we 7th, 8th?
We're 8th now,
yeah.
8th on 29 points. So if we assume that we won our games in hand and Barnsley won their games in hand as well, we'd be just behind Barnsley in 5th.
And that's still, how many points would that still leave us behind the top 2? So
that would put us on 38. Top 2 are on 44 and 45, so we'd still be 6 behind.
Oh, well, that's not as bad as it was. That's not as bad as it.
But that's assuming that is taken into account. Assuming we win those games in hand, which at the moment we can't buy a win, can we? But
no.
Things can change. So on that, what I'd like to have a quick review, as there isn't a game, or wasn't a game this week, and obviously we've already recently reviewed MK Dons. I thought it'd be nice to go through the squad and see which positions do you think we need strengthening. Do you fancy a bit of that?
Yeah.
All right, we'll be Danny Cowley for a few minutes. So let's start with goalkeeper Griffiths and the other Josh. Are we happy with those options?
Well, I don't have an issue with Griffiths myself.
No.
A lot of people do, but I haven't seen him make any glaring errors.
Would we get better at this level? I think.
No, I don't think so. No, and who's the other chap? Joshua Lumi.
That's the fellow. Yeah,
so he's done all right as well, hasn't he? When he's come in, he's done quite well. So yeah, no, I think we're all right. We're all right for keepers. I'm sure Alan Knight's probably still on the playing squad somewhere. Just in case.
Just in case.
Okay. I know. No, we can't. Beggars can't be choosers. We can't just keep. We haven't got that sort of money. So let's. No, we're all right with those 2.
Okay, and so right backs, you got obviously the injured guy whose name completely. No. Well, Swanson, he's injured as well, isn't he? But Swanson and Joe. What's his name? Rafferty. That's it. Yes, Rafferty.
Yeah.
Why did it not come to me? I knew it was linked to someone famous, and I was trying to think who famous it was, and all I could think of was Lester Piggott. But go on. I think they're good options, but obviously both injury prone. So do we maybe need to strengthen there?
How long are they out for? That's the thing. Because Swanson, since he's come in, since he finally got a chance, he's looked pretty good, hasn't he? So
I think so.
Yeah. I don't know. It depends what sort of budget we've got and whether he is going out to buy a whole new squad again.
I think
possibly right back isn't the area we're desperate to strengthen. But
okay, let's rather than go through the whole side, let's look at where you think we do need to strengthen. Bearing in mind, I saw a thing tonight saying that Thompson is looking like he's going to be fit before the end of the year, so that's a centre midfielder back in. Obviously, we've got Morel back, and apparently now wants to play since the World Cup. He didn't want to play beforehand because he didn't want to get injured. And Pack, don't really know what the situation is with Lowry, but you would think would be okay centre midfield now, which obviously has been a bit of an issue. And actually, I think Tunnicliffe hasn't played too badly when he's come in.
No, Tunnicliffe's done all right, actually. Tunnicliffe, I think he's been one of the positives in the last few weeks. Mingy's done all right. Yeah. I think it's a shame because when he came on against Charlton, we were 3-0 down, weren't we, at the time?
Mingy.
Did he come on?
Yeah.
And he played very well for the last 25 minutes, whatever it was that he played. But you're coming onto a pitch when you're 3-0 down. Since then, he hasn't really made the same impact, but he's done all right in a couple of games.
Yeah, I think he's done okay. I think he's got a good touch. He turns well. He transitions, as they say, the defense into attack quite well, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so wide. Well, see, my main issue is wide players. I think Karoma needs to go back to where he came from. Blackpool, is it? I don't think he's been.
Did you say that?
Needs to go back to Blackpool.
Blackpool. Yeah.
He just, for me, no.
No, well, I think with Karoma and Dale, I think they are both very good players. I think Karoma is a good player. I think there's a good player there somewhere.
Yeah,
but I just think he's a bit attitudey.
Doesn't seem motivated to play at this level, does he?
No, he doesn't, and I think he's definitely got that thing in his head where he thinks I'm too good for this level.
I'm better than this,
when you're obviously not. So
maybe he is, but he just doesn't prove it, has he? He doesn't prove
maybe.
It maybe. Yeah, so I'd say both wides, because Dale, again, I think Dale flatters to deceive. I think he, again, good touch, but I think his end product doesn't really exist.
Yeah, I think that's the issue. Is just with Dale, if he had a good cross on him, or if he could get that ball in the box a bit quicker. But then maybe that's maybe he's still learning. He's only young, isn't he? So, ish.
Yeah. He's got a good touch, and I think he's got a lot of energy about him, which is good. But just that end product. I also would like to see another striker. If for whatever reason Pigott isn't an option, which he clearly seems not to be, as we've said in previous weeks, I don't think Scarlett and Bishop is a combination. I think Bishop is excellent at this level, clearly shown by this goal return. Loves the chest, loves to control it on his chest. But I think he needs someone up top with him who's going to complement the way he plays, or just play as a three up top, two good wide players who are going to get the ball into him and a decent number 10 behind.
Yeah, I think definitely another striker in there. Definitely, like you say, Scarlett. I think Scarlett's had enough chances now. And as I said last week, just give him a bit of a rest. Just see what else we've got. But for some reason, I don't know, Pigott must have kicked a ball at Cowley's head in training or something, and it's just never going to be playing again. Yeah.
No wonder you didn't find the reserves.
Because I just don't know what. I mean, surely he must be going up to the manager and going, "Look, what can I possibly do to get on the pitch?" Because I don't seem to be. We're not scoring goals.
No,
we're not winning games.
Not creating anything.
Not creating anything. What can I do to get a chance other than come on against Hereford?
Well, if I saw something the other day as well. So the last game he started was against Forest Green. We won 1-0. Was it 1-0? It was 1-0, wasn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beginning of the season, when we were doing well, he was starting regularly.
Yeah, he scored the first game, didn't he? Sheffield Wednesday.
And we were scoring a lot of goals back then as well. Just seems. I'm not saying that he's the reason why we're not winning, or he was the reason why we were winning. But there seems to be a correlation there, doesn't it? We're now not winning. We're playing the same team week in, week out. No changes. That's the biggest thing for me. I just don't understand why Cowley's not making any changes. And I think people who are calling for his head and saying he doesn't know what he's doing, you can kind of understand why, because surely your job is to, if something's not working in any, it doesn't matter whether you're a football manager or you're managing, whatever, a business, or if something's not working, you don't continue doing the same thing over and over again and expect the results to change, do you? You're going to get the same results. Keep doing something the same way, you're going to keep getting the same results.
Yep.
So, conclusion to that. Oh, well, I would also add a new centre back as well.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Alongside Raggett.
Well, yes. I suppose I did see an article saying that Robertson. Sorry, not Robinson. Somebody was after him. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, I saw that. Wasn't he going to go back to somewhere, West Brom or someone? Was it not?
Possibly.
Was it West Brom?
I'm not sure.
Derby?
Where.
No, Derby, wasn't it?
Oh, it was Derby. It was Derby. Yes, it was Derby. You're right. which obviously wouldn't be good to lose him to a contender, a playoff. I'm not going to say a promotion contender. I'm going to say a playoff contender. But I don't think he's. I think he's okay. I think we need better. I think Morrison is in and out, and Raggett hasn't been as good as he was this season. So maybe we just need someone stronger alongside Raggett.
Yeah. I think for all Raggett's flat-footedness and strange run, he's still pretty consistent, isn't he? He doesn't seem to make a huge amount of errors. I'd have someone else alongside him. But what do I know?
Yeah, I don't know who. Don't know who, but it certainly needs someone, doesn't it? Certainly needs someone.
Did you see the rumours? I meant to say this to you last week, a couple of weeks ago. The player we were linked with, Premiership.
Are you going to say Matt Ritchie?
Yeah. Did you see? Did we talk about that?
I don't think we did. But what would you think of that?
Well, I think that'd be a cracking signing, wouldn't it? Surely. How old is he?
33.
Oh well, yeah. I think he's bound to, because he was a regular, wasn't he, in Newcastle?
Yeah.
Was it last season or was it a couple of seasons ago? Yeah,
and you'd think he'd have the motivation to play for us. I've read an article actually. I think it was about a year ago where he said he did want to end his career at Portsmouth at some stage, but I think he kind of suggested it needed to be at the right level, i.e., Championship level, mainly, I suppose, because of wages. But I also read, I can't remember who, but it was somebody on Twitter said, and this sounds like a good suggestion, if we got him on loan initially, obviously Newcastle would contribute possibly quite a lot towards his wages. And then there's the incentive for him to get us up to the Championship and potentially get him on a permanent next year.
Yeah. Yes.
And that potentially could solve a bit of the centre-back issue as well if we were playing him as a wing-back, because Ogilvie could then maybe slot into one of the centre-back positions. Because I do like Ogilvie. I think he's probably been our most consistent player this season.
I think he was tipped for player of the season after a couple of games, wasn't he?
Was he? Who did that?
Oh, I think it was me, yeah.
He did. You did say that he thought he'd be player of the season after literally just a couple of games. And he's not proved you wrong yet, has he?
No, he's a pretty consistent sort, isn't he?
Pretty consistent performer, yes.
Very much a fan favourite, that sort of player, isn't he? Very much a Fratton favourite. Just gets on with it. Solid. Never gets involved in shit is what I like about him as well. When people are losing their heads, he he might go in for a strong tackle, but if somebody gets up on the other team and starts pushing and shoving him, he'll just walk off. That's what I quite like about him.
Yeah, I like that too. About him too. Okay, so we're talking about
like how we were when we used to play.
Yeah, we never got involved in anything, did we? Nothing at all. So centre back, 2 wide players, and a striker. Not much then.
No.
If we can get that, it would be all right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. There you go, Danny. We've done your job for you there. It was like we're like the scouting network of Portsmouth FC. You're welcome. If you want to contribute towards the show by sponsoring it in some way, then please do. Okay, I think that pretty much concludes. Just before we do conclude, I know how much you're a fan of Wayne Rooney, Dan. I know you're a big Wayne Rooney fan, aren't you?
Oh, Wayne Rooney's all right.
Yeah.
I ain't got much.
Who doesn't love Wayne Rooney? Now, Wayne Rooney, unfortunately, the sad news is Wayne Rooney has had to cancel his tour of An Evening with Wayne Rooney due to unforeseen circumstances. A tour which took him on a massive 2-date tour of the UK. One of those dates was in Manchester, as you'd expect, obviously. Where do you think his second venue would be? If you were Wayne Rooney and you're thinking, I'm going to do a small tour of the UK, just having a bit of chat, an interview, perhaps. Where else would you want to go other than Manchester?
It'd be a choice. It'd be one of 2 places, wouldn't it? It would be Derby because of his links there, or it would more than likely be Merseyside, wouldn't it?
You'd think so. You'd think so.
So go on then. Where is it?
Yeah. So his gig tonight was postponed at the Portsmouth Guildhall.
What?
Why?
Why is he playing? Why down here?
Well, it has been rescheduled. You'd be glad to know that the Portsmouth Guildhall has been rescheduled to next November. So if you were looking forward to seeing Wayne Rooney and you did have those £59 tickets, then you would still be able to catch up with that next year, November. Why did I get it?
Why was it? Yeah, what a strange choice of. So
bizarre,
we'll have one up there and one down there. So we'll play.
Even if you were going north and south, surely you'd go London somewhere, wouldn't you?
You'd think Southampton, you'd go to the bigger, a big venue, wouldn't you? But Portsmouth Guildhall's not exactly glamorous, is it?
So there you go. If you do
why was it cancelled? Because there's
unforeseen circumstances. No, because both were cancelled. The one in Manchester was cancelled as well. That was going to be last week. I assume it might be because he's kind of managing a football team in America, perhaps. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe something to do with that, or something to do with the World Cup. Maybe something to do with the World Cup.
Something they hadn't foreseen.
They hadn't foreseen for the last 8 years or 12 years since it was awarded to Qatar.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Qatar, we will be talking about that in episode 7, which will be coming later this week. But for now, I think that's it from the Pompey Pod. Good luck tomorrow at Stevenage and at the weekend against MK Dons. But for now, we will say adios.
Bye.